Welcome to Can Do Japanese by JapanesePod101.com.
皆さんこんにちは、Kano Kana です。Hi everyone, I'm Kana Kano. In this lesson, you learn how to ask how much something costs.
This is Ben Lee, and he's shopping at a small grocery store. He sees a snack with no visible price tag and asks, "How much is this?"
これはいくらですか?
Listen to the conversation. Focus on the question. Ready?
これはいくらですか?
200円です。
Once more with the English translation.
これはいくらですか?
How much is this?
200円です。
It's 200 yen. Wondering how you can master these conversations even faster? Here's how. 1. Read along. You get the lesson conversation and translations inside our dialogue tool, so that you see each word as you hear it and understand it all. 2. Practice speaking. By shadowing what you hear, you can also record and compare yourself with native speakers with our voice recording tools. And 3. Take our assessment tests and see how much you remember. These tools are part of our Can Do course. Just click the link in the description to get them.
Let's take a closer look at the conversation.
Do you remember how Ben asks, "How much is this?"
これはいくらですか?
The standard way of asking how much something costs follows a simple pattern. First is
これ、
this.
これ、これ
Next is
は、
the topic marking particle.
は、は
It marks this as the topic of the sentence. Think of it like as for in the expression as for this. Together,
これは、
as for this.
これは
Next is
いくら、
meaning how much.
いくら、いくら
After this is,
です。
in this case, it's like the is in how much is. It's a linking verb.
です。です。
Last is
か、
the question marking particle.
か、か
This particle turns the sentence into a question. Altogether, it's
これはいくらですか?
this literally means, as for this, how much it is, but translates as, how much is this?
これはいくらですか?
Let's take a closer look at the response.
Do you remember how the shop clerk says, "It's 200 yen"?
200円です。
First is the number
200、
200.
200、200
After this is
円、
yen.
円、円
Together, it's
200円、
200 yen.
200円
And last is,
です。
in this case, it's like the is in it is.
です。です。
Altogether, it's,
200円です。
this literally means 200 yen it is, but translates as, it's 200 yen.
200円です。
Note, the it is inferred through the context as the speaker is responding to a question about the price of the small snack. Note, at the time of this lesson, 100 yen buys a bottle of water. The pattern is
アイテムはいくらですか？
How much is item?
アイテムはいくらですか？
To use this pattern, simply replace the item placeholder with the thing you'd like to know the price of. Imagine you'd like to know the price of a coffee.
コーヒー、コーヒー、コーヒー。
Ask, how much is a coffee? Ready?
コーヒーはいくらですか？
How much is a coffee?
コーヒーはいくらですか？
If you don't know the name of something in Japanese, you can use the following 3 words to refer to a thing depending on the distance from the speaker and listener. For things located nearby the speaker,
これ、
this.
これ、これ。
For things located further away from the speaker and closer to the listener,
それ、
that.
それ、それ。
And finally, for things far from both the speaker and listener,
あれ、
that over there.
あれ、あれ。
Let's look at some more examples. Listen and repeat or speak along with the native speakers.
これはいくらですか？これはいくらですか？
コーヒーはいくらですか？コーヒーはいくらですか？スイカはいくらですか？スイカはいくらですか？
それはいくらですか？それはいくらですか？
いくらですか？いくらですか？ Did you notice how I omitted これは?
Wondering how you can master these conversations even faster? Here's how. 1. Read along. You get the lesson conversation and translations inside our dialogue tool so that you see each word as you hear it and understand it all. 2. Practice speaking. By shadowing what you hear, you can also record and compare yourself with native speakers with our voice recording tools. And 3. Take our assessment tests and see how much you remember. These tools are part of our Can-Do course. Just click the link in the description to get them.
いくらですか？
How much is it? When you're asking how much something is, and it's understood what you're speaking about. For example, when asking the waiter about the final amount owed at a restaurant. You can omit the topic and the topic marking particle in this way. The pattern is
いくらですか？
how much is it? You should be aware of this pattern. But for this lesson, we'll use the sentence pattern
アイテムはいくらですか？
how much is item? Let's review the new words.
コーヒー、
Coffee,
コーヒー、コーヒー。スイカ、
watermelon,
スイカ、スイカ。それ、
that.
それ、それ。Let's review. Respond to the prompts by speaking aloud. Then repeat after me, focusing on pronunciation. Ready? Do you remember the question marking particle? か、か。 and how to say how much. いくら、いくら。Do you remember how to say the topic marking particle? は、は。And how to say this? これ、これ。Do you remember how Bendy asks, how much is this?
これはいくらですか？
これはいくらですか？ Do you remember how to say yen? 円、円。And how to say 200? 200、200。Do you remember how the clerk says, it's 200 yen?
200円です。
200円です。Do you remember how to say coffee? コーヒー、コーヒー。And how to say watermelon? スイカ、スイカ。Do you remember how to say that? それ、それ。
Let's practice. Imagine you're Ben, and you're at a farmer's market, where many items have no price tag. You'd like to try a snack close to the listener. Ask the price using the word for that. Ready?
それはいくらですか？
500円です。
Listen again and repeat.
それはいくらですか？それはいくらですか？
Let's try one more. They're also selling artisan coffee. Ask for the price of a coffee. Ready?
コーヒーはいくらですか？
1000円です。
Listen again and repeat.
コーヒーはいくらですか？コーヒーはいくらですか？
Let's try one more. They're also selling watermelons. Ready?
スイカはいくらですか？
800円です。
Listen again and repeat.
スイカはいくらですか？スイカはいくらですか？
This is the end of this lesson.
Now, here's what you can do to cement this conversation in your head. Review the conversation with our dialogue tool and lesson transcripts. Study the key words and phrases with our spaced repetition flashcards. Review the key grammar and cultural tips inside the lesson notes. And test yourself with our assessment tests. So click the link in the description right now and sign up for your free lifetime account to access our Can-Do course.
Now you know how to ask the price of something in Japanese. That's all there is to it. Keep practicing and move on to the next lesson.